All right, the microphone. Okay, I forgot the microphone again. Okay, so what I was saying is I didn't start the video. I didn't really say anything of substance. I was apologizing that I was configuring the page before I can start the video. So that's what I was doing while I was looking down here. So I didn't start anything. So let's take a look at some silver prices real quick. Let's take a look. Boom. And boom. Okay. Silver from, I think, I don't know what, about a week ago it was 25. We'll just call it mid 25s. It is now sitting just over $27. So think about this for a second. If you have only 500 ounces, you made what, $500 in just a week? That's not bad. If you have 1,000, you get the point. So it's looking pretty good. No, my math is wrong. If you have 500 ounces, you'd made $250. My apologies. So that ain't bad either. So if you have 1,000 ounces, well, you made $500. I'm tripping over my tongue. I just ate. So it's looking good. Gold, you know, it's what's the asking price? $18.49. So there's some things in the market, in the news, that might drive up our silver and gold markets. We all heard about GameStop. And, you know, in case, I'm going to really dumb this down. A lot of people do not understand what happened. And I am going to say it at the easiest, non-technical way I can say it. You got a hedge fund or hedge funds. And the way this hedge fund was making money is they were betting a legitimate, a gamble that the price of GameStop was going to collapse. And they invested a lot of money in that gamble. So we have a couple of people, or a group of people called Reddit online, who got together and said, hey, once it falls, let us buy. And we're going to buy regardless of where that price climbs to. So one side, the corrupt stock boys, the corrupt investors, want it to go down to make billions. The Reddit guys and gals bought in, driving the price way up, causing the big elite, I was going to say a bad word there. They're just corrupt vampires, causing them to lose billions is what is happening. And that's what it was in an over generalized explanation. Obviously, they're getting on television and they're presenting, the news media outlets, you know, don't want to, you know, all real news is banned. We're going to only present fake news. And so they're inviting all these professional stock market boys on, and they're just bashing the people who did this, bashing the common folks like you and I who drove up GameStop, and they're bashing them for being bad people, you know, and how dare they. Please don't listen to the news. This is actually good. Just like Biden and his appointees, just like Biden, we're seeing, not we know. When I say we, society in a whole, we're seeing really who they are now. And this the stock market with GameStop is really drove hedge funds and gambling against the demise of a business to the forefront, to people's attentions who have never even thought about thinking about it. So all this corruption and all this bad stuff is really coming to the forefront. People are starting to slowly awaken. So that's what's going on there. Cryptos. So cryptos was what, 31,000 yesterday? I will just call it 32. It's up about, as you can see, it's 33,700, almost 33,800. I apologize. 33,800. I don't know where Wall Street Bets came in, but I'm staying away from that, definitely. My favorite, well, XRP is not my favorite. I'm trying to get a hold of some, but XRP is actually up 1 penny, which is, it is what it is. But where is THETA? THETA still sitting at over $2. Remember I asked you folks to get in right around when it was 13 cents. I was telling you folks, please believe me. I was begging you guys, just like silver, please believe me. I'm not lying. It's going to go up. Sitting at $2 now. So what I said before, what happened with GameStop, stop. It's possible that it's going to drive the crypto markets up. It's possible it'll drive the silver and gold markets up. But more so, I'm leaning towards the crypto markets. Those big elite investors lost billions, and they're looking for a way to recoup it. And they're saying XRP might be the way to go in order to recoup their losses, which might drive the entire market up. We'll see. This is just purely speculation. Don't believe a word I'm saying. The other one I wanted to talk about is Digibyte real quick. Digibyte is just stagnant right now, but it's a sleeper, and it's going to do things behind our backs. One day, for those folks who have Digibyte, you're going to forget about it. And one day you're going to look at it and you're going to like, holy shit, I'm rich. It's almost 3 cents, folks. Remember I was telling you to get into it when it was just about 1 penny? It's almost 3 pennies now. I actually started getting into it and I started talking about it when it was 1.3 pennies. Now, it's only up, what, 2 pennies, give or take? And maybe somebody might scoff at 2 pennies. But when you bought a nice size bag of it and multiply those 2 pennies, and 2 pennies ain't nothing where this is going. Okay, enough about this. Let's get you back on the screen. How do I do this? There you go. Turn that off and you're back. Thank you so much for having patience with me and my microphone folly. Pristine, Mike Jones, Lonely Zeta, thank you so much. Tamara, thank you for the documents, Tamara. Though the first link you sent me like 2 weeks ago, when I pulled that link up, it showed a very nice selection of documents. And one I wanted to read was the UFO document. The one that you sent me yesterday, I didn't see the UFO, so I was kind of a little bummed out about it, but I appreciate it. I did go there and I was looking at it. Most of the documents I saw online were court documents pertaining to, what's that pervert's name? Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend. So, but thank you. I was looking through them. But if you find that UFO document, oh, I want it. Rich Kegel, thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. Tony 915. Appreciate it. Who else is here? Love that poster behind you. You like that? Look at that. Look at that. That's real. That's a real Silver Eagle. I'm teasing you. It's not. Can you imagine that? That thing would weigh what? 45 pounds? It's not real, folks. Don't listen to me. All right. What else is going on? I like to sit back, but I'm always afraid the microphone's not going to pick me up. One of these days I need to buy a lapel mic. But I'm going to lean back, and if there's a problem, you let me know. Okay. Who else is here? Jason Funk and Big John. Nathan Swoofs. I fixed the sound. Unmute, unmute. All right. Cough button on. Yep. Let me get down to the bottom where everybody's got the sound now. Edgewater, thank you. Al Bungie. Little Man won this time. That's right. Little Man did win. Tri-tip at 4.17 a pound. Smart and final. So I got a couple of steaks in the fridge we're going to do up tomorrow. We're going to smoke them and then do a reverse sear. I got some... yeah, every now and then I got to have a good steak, you know. I got to eat like a caveman. I just got to do it. Seaway 44. Who else? Law and Order Prepper. Now we can hear you. Johnny E. Much crypto, much... wow. Such crypto, much... wow. Okay. Wow. That was a tongue twister for me. Off-Grid Power. Thank you so much for being here. And silver and gold, no sound. Okay. So... I don't know. There's a lot of websites that are saying that Sniffer in charge, you know, our new president, you know, he likes to fondle little girls and sniff their hair and pet them. Just totally disgusting. A lot of websites saying he's not going to be in that office very long, and that the troops there are not really to protect them. So I'm just going to wait things out and see how things unfold. Obviously, I have not smoked any hopium, and we'll just see. We'll just see. But wouldn't that be wonderful if there really was such a plan that a lot of people are hearing about, and it's just not me? 49er, hooray for the little guy. Absolutely. And what was the site they were using, the exchange site? But they halted trading. Dogs, man. They really worked for the big traders is really what it was, not for the little guys. They were selling trading subscriptions too. Who else? None of your business. Thank you. GME is fake event. I don't know what GME stands for. So, and probably once you tell me what it is, it'll click. Oh yeah. To bring regulation. GME is a fake event to bring in regulation and prevent us from investing in our future. You mean the CME? Is that what you're talking about? Trading Commission? I don't know. I'm confused. But it was a long week. I have every right to be confused. Yeah, so Nathan, the shorters, those are the ones. So when you short the market, you're gambling that a stock is going to fall. That's what you call shorting the market. And the shorters, they're estimated have already lost $50 billion. So they're going to look for a way to recoup that money. And I pray that it is not through a bailout. I will be freaking pissed if it's a bailout. That means you and I are going to be paying for that. But it wouldn't put it past me if they say, oh, we need a bailout, taxpayer-funded bailout, $50 billion. The next thing is they're going to look for other assets. Only other assets, silver, gold, and cryptos. But there is talk that they're looking at cryptos. Then more specifically, XRP might be in the running. So I hope you guys have some XRP. $50 billion. Can you imagine that? What I can do with just a drop of that. Butch Michael. Silver. Cryptos is nothing. Okay. JF. Are Digimon worth anything? I don't know what a Digimon is. I really don't know. I'm not trying to be funny about it at all. Don't know what that is. Al Bungie, hope all is well. Thank you so much. And Seaway, I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to find 100 kilos of silver. That's nice. Jeff Lone Wolf, I am doing very well. I will look for it. They declassified the Tesla files. Yeah, Tamara, it'd be nice to go to one site and have all of the documents there, like the very first link you sent me. By the way, last night when I was looking through some of those documents, the declassified documents, some of them were still blacked out. So I started to think, Are these the documents? Because they're supposed to be 100% unredacted. And the ones I was reading from your link yesterday showed redactions. So I was a little, are these the documents I'm saying to myself? Or maybe they're mixed in all together with previous documents? I didn't know. I really didn't know. But if you can find some place where we can all go and look at those declassified documents, that'd be great. Todd P. in the house. Add a red coin came to life. Yeah, I heard 200% came to life. That's more than came to life. And I have none, unfortunately. Kofe Fox bought a new Elrond. Don't know what that is. At $5. And plan to sell it after it doubled, I think. Forgot. And today it hit $61. Okay, cool. Alex Crypto, GME, GameStop stock, right? All right. The DC Capitol people said that their fence wall is going to be permanent through, I believe this is the authoritarian takeover. Mad Hatter, many people bought silver today. I didn't buy any silver, unfortunately. I didn't. I don't buy when it's on the way up. Once it hangs out at a certain place, then I'll buy it. But I normally wait. I normally wait and see if that's the new level. Normally it'll do one of these numbers, but sometimes it'll do that and just hang out there. That's when I'll buy. I like to see what it's going to do. I always try to buy on the way down. The hedge funds need to buy some long put options because GME is not going to stay up high. Well, if it's not going to stay up high, why would you long the market? You would short the market again, but I don't know. I'm not a stock guy. Mad Hatter, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Trump is already our president. If we, the people of the United States of America, Biden is the president of the United States Corporation, which is bankrupt. Spectacular, man. I have not seen you in a long time. I really appreciate you stopping back by. It's funny. I'll see a name like Spectacular that person goes back like 2 or 3 years, and then don't see him. Then all of a sudden, boom! One day they're back. Tamara, thank you. Nunya Biz. Does anybody want to sign 40 executive orders? Not me. He doesn't even know. He's being told what to do. Something is very odd going on in the White House right now. And I'm not saying that I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm not trying to be sarcastic or cute, but something odd is going on. So anything I say, always Google it. I'm just a Yahoo on YouTube. But from what I understand, all of our presidents on the way to an inauguration are normally flown on Air Force One. He was not given that privilege. He had to fly his own jet, let me rephrase that. He was taken by a private jet to his own inauguration. That's very odd. The same with Kamala. No Air Force Two. Very odd. Very odd indeed. And there's just some things going on that I don't know, but we're going to see. Time always has a way of telling the truth. We're going to see what's going to happen. But Google that. This is the first president in history. Well, I can't say in history. Obviously, there was a time when there were no jets, right? And planes. But you get my point. Yeah, George Washington, he was flown to the White House on a 757 Air Force One. I'm losing it. There are times I get on here, I'm like, oh, I feel like drinking on the job. Chris Bacon. Got a good last name. I like me some bacon. Speaking of theta, what do you think of T-Fuel? I think you should get some. I don't have much, but I definitely think you should fortify your bag with some T-Fuel. Absolutely. You're going to need some regardless, by the way. I don't think you can move theta around without T-Fuel. But you don't need a lot of T-Fuel if you only want to get it for the purpose of moving theta around. But it's going to make some money too. Not like theta will, but it will make you some money. Cameras are awesome. Thank you so much. It's funny, I'm a amateur photographer, and I always catch that name when I see it. Cameras are awesome. I want to get a hold. I'm trying to save up for a Sony Alpha, but it's so expensive, man. You look at that freaking camera; it's like $2,000, no lens. And that's what I want to use for this YouTube channel. I would come in so clear. I've heard that Reddit is going to help Silvernecks. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, something's brewing, Nunya. I'm not even paying attention anymore. I kept up last night. I guess one thing I wanted to talk about while I was on here, and yeah, the A7. But I'm waiting for a replacement of the A7 to come out. I either want the 6600 because the screen can turn around and face me and I can monitor how I'm positioned in the screen. The A7 doesn't do that, so I probably would not get that. So I'm either waiting for the new generation to come out. I'm hoping that a new sensor will also be implemented into it. So we're seeing, but I can't, right now it's just too expensive. But really what I wanted to talk about to everybody here, now that I see that somebody's here, I wanted to talk about something here. I'm getting a lot of emails and comments. They're frustrated with the election system. And a lot of the comments is, I'm not voting no more. It's not worth my time. The system is rigged. Comments like that. I'm not voting no more. It's a rigged system. Boom. And I think that, in my opinion, and I hope you share this information with people, that's a bad idea. And I'm going to tell you why. Because then they don't have to cheat no more. They won. Let's keep voting. Let's keep forcing them to cheat. The more they cheat, the more it'll wake up more people. But by not voting, you're guaranteeing their win. Okay? And I believe we need to vote. I believe in fighting. You can't give up. You can't walk away from a bully. You need to fight, and you need to go and vote, is what I'm trying to say. Don't give up, and don't hand them the next election. Force their hand. Make them, if they have to cheat, make them cheat. And if they win by cheating, fine. More and more people are going to get frustrated. More people are going to get woken up. Please remember that. Don't ever not vote. I know that's kind of ridiculing. I don't mean to do that, but I just cringe every time I get these comments. And I get them like every day. I get comments. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I disagree with you folks. I disagree with those folks. Ken P, I like cameras too. Sony is awesome, but I'm a Nikon guy. I have a Nikon, actually. It's an older D200. It's nice for what it does. But I was thinking like a D700 maybe, or D750. But again, I don't think that has the articulating screen that I can look and monitor myself. As a vlogger, as somebody who does YouTube channels, you need to, it sucked to do a video and you're like this, not even realizing. You think in your center, you're thinking your center screen, you know, or you're too high or you're too low, you know. So it's very important to have a monitor. But the Nikons are nice. I have all the Nikon glass, and I have nice glass. I don't have the cheap kit lenses. But we'll see. I like the Sony because it's smaller, it's lighter. I would say it's about the size of this wallet, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit thicker. Actually, this would be a little bit thicker if it had some cash in it, but that doesn't happen anymore. Doug, you need XRP. Yes, I do. oh, Doug. Okay, sorry. Let's see who else is here. XRP, if the theories are true on it, it will go to the moon once liquidity crisis hits. So, Doug, I need to ask you, what is your interpretation of to the moon? Because there's a website, another YouTube channel that's saying, well, it's going to 888. Well, that can be $8.88. That can be anything. That can, you know what I mean? That can go back down to 8.88 cents. So I'm wondering what the consensus is out there. You got to fight for your right. That's right. You know, when I was a little kid, I grew up in New York, and a lot of bullies. And at first, you try to be good and you walk away from a fight. And I learned very quickly not to do that, because then they walk behind you, pushing the back of your shoulders. You remember those people? They wouldn't let you walk away. They keep pushing on your shoulder. You can't let people do that to you, man. Try it one time. Okay, give them the benefit of the doubt. Try to walk away from a fight, obviously. Once you feel that first shove on your shoulder, you turn around and you kick some ass. Regardless of whether you win or lose, you'll come out feeling better about yourself than if you have walked away and completely creeped out. Raw food writer. I'm curious, raw food. I'm only asking you because your name implies you eat raw food. And I just started juicing. I guess I'm not asking you anything. I just made a comment. None your business. Overtax, you smoker lately? Yes, I have. Oh, yes, I have. Plan on doing it tomorrow. Couple of T-bones. So you're thinking $10 XRP. Boy, I need to get some XRP then. Ken P. I have the older D610. Still love it. Well, even the D610 is better than my camera. I'm keep looking back there if I want to see if I'm getting it. Hold on. Here's my camera bag. Oh, my Lord. I did squats 2 days ago. And it freaking messed with my lower back. That's what happens when you get... This is my field camera stuff. This is generation like 2 Nikon. This is old, but it still takes darn good pictures. It has no video in it or anything. And this is what I really want to replace or sell. But this is the D200 right here. That's what I got. No screen to monitor yourself or anything like that. All my glass is good glass for this. So I can probably get them. This is the 7200 2.8 for you photographers. You know 2.8 is a decent glass. And I have some others. I have this, what is this one? The 3570 2.8. So decent glass, but I just need to upgrade the cameras. I would like to get a better video camera because that one is not as sharp as it could be, and it doesn't have a good contrast ratio, meaning that when I see on the screen For example, the shadows in there, what I see on the screen is much darker than it is really back there. So it doesn't have a good contrast ratio. It doesn't, it can't show you. The contrast ratio is, I guess, the difference between the lighted areas, which I'm pointing to the green light behind me, and the darker areas. So it has, cheaper cameras can't do both. So anyway, enough about cameras. All right. Yeah, that's an expensive lens, but I got it. First of all, that lens I got, 1997 at a secondhand place. No defects in it, no mold or anything. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love good glass. The kit lens glasses, I mean, they serve their purpose, if you really want to go out and just do some shooting at like Disneyland. But to get good glass, it really helps the, pictures. I just had dinner. You want to know what I had? Crab legs. They were okay. The supermarket crab legs, they're as good as you're going to get. Law and Order Prepper XRP was developed to be a $10,000 coin, only available for wholesale enterprise use. XLM was developed to be a $1,000 available for retailers like us. Wow. XRP at $10 equals I can't even read a number that big. 400 billion. Can you imagine? I don't think Kent P that no, not any camera is good. I don't agree with that as a photographer. I've seen cameras and and then I've seen cameras, especially for video. Yeah, so I don't skip leg day. Actually, leg day for me is like a mental zen relaxation. And I really get pissed off. No, I don't want to say that. So you can bother me and call me any day of the week. But leg day is my time. It's my time. I get into it. I put on my headphones, put on some Metallica or something crazy that's freaking loud. And I just go to town and I just think about all my problems, my dreams. And I just work my legs out until they freaking hurt, until they're freaking shaking. I'm walking out the door, I'm shaking. I love it. The midtones are getting folded. I don't know what you mean by the word folded, but that's cool. Yes, juicing is one of the very best things we could do for ourselves. We just bought the Breville, their high-end Breville, not the one that's sold at Bed Bath & Beyond for $150. This one was it was like $500, and then we got it on sale for like $375. So we got the good one with the high horsepower engine, yeah. Motor, I meant. Yeah, it's got a V8 motor with dual carburetors, and what a moron I am. I was looking for that Omega one, though. That Omega one is supposed to be better, but we'll see. Who else is here? Bourbon. Yeah, I love bourbon. It's a man's drink. I love different bourbons too. I like to experiment with different bourbons. Like when I go out, when I do drink, I rarely drink. I'll drink bourbon, but the waitress come over, order one bourbon, and I'll look at the shelf. Let me try that one, or let me try that one. So, I'm into trying different bourbons. I used to be a rum guy, and as I got older, I found it to be too sweet. It just, ugh. I was at the local coin shop yesterday, and he said if it hits $50, he won't open because it'll only last a day, and he doesn't. And if he does, he's only buying at $45 on a $50 spot. So I think it's, so a lot of the folks right now, let's hypothetically say silver went up to $50 overnight. A lot of your coin companies, I know this for a fact, will take the silver that they bought now, which is what? It's $27. They'll take it from all the shelves and put it in the back room. And then everybody will come in and they'll say, we're all sold out, sorry. And once the price drops to where they're not losing money, then they'll take it back out and put it in the counters, the display counters, and sell it again. It's only when they buy at that $50 price will they not take it out of the shelves. So all silver local coin shops are like that. They're not going to freaking sell at a loss. It's just the way it is. So, and it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because you get online to, let's say, APMEX or JM, and you only have like 2-3 hours to buy. We saw that, early 2019, when the price jumped from like 14.5 to like 17.5. It was sold out within 3-4 hours. So you had to hurry up and put in your order. Frustrated majority. Yeah. I kind of got, I don't have, that's, legs are my weak, they're my weakest link. So I just definitely don't miss that day. Thank you. Cameras are awesome. Edgewater Heat in my local coin shop is charging $130 over spot for gold eagles. I'm wondering if that's absurd or if that's just about the norm, though. Daryl Jones in the house. I got more silver today, and ETH and Litecoin. Good for you. Good for you. I'm hoping both of them shoot up. I really am. Good purchases, Daryl. I am never buying crypto. Edgewater Heating. I know. Capital currency. Hello, Jimmy Two-Tone. He says he's not buying at any at a crazy spot price. Okay. I'm hearing the phone going off in the other room. Anyway, nothing else to report. I'm currently uploading a video. This is my, by the way, this is my this is the camera I use for recording videos on the go. If you ever wonder what I use, it's this one right here. This is the Sony X3000. This is a pretty decent camera for its time. And it does okay, I guess, even still. I don't think I'm going to buy a GoPro. I don't like that distorted view that you get from the curvature of the image. I don't like that. So I'm going to stick with this. It's getting old, but this is what I'm using. I just suction cup it to the window and I chat away. Beat Detective. Silver seems way undervalued. I agree. And it's going to change. Trust me. What did I say 3 years ago when it was 14.5? Trust me. Buy Cardano. I'm hearing good things about Cardano also, but when you only have so much peanut butter, metaphor for cash, when you spread it too thin across too many cryptos, if one of those cryptos jumps up, you've only made a buck or two. You know what I mean? So for me, I can only pick a handful, and that way my peanut butter, I don't know, it just goes further for me. It makes more of an impact if one of them does jump up. I'll make some real money. But if I spread my peanut butter too thin, you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. 50K ADA. What is ADA? I don't know what that is. And I should know that. The wind is just kicking here, man. The wind is just kicking. Jeremy Wagner, thank you so much. What do you think about the silver price over the weekend? I liked it. I was pleasantly surprised about the silver price. Because remember, just 2 or 3 days ago, it was $25, and I'm just rounding numbers, $25.50. Today, it's over $27. So that's, for me, a significant profit. I mean, obviously, I'm not profiting because I'm not selling. I'm just holding on to my silver. But when I take a look at what's in the safe and I multiply it by the $2, it just jumped up. I'm really happy. And I think what's going on in today's socioeconomic times, political times, I think we're going to start to see some silver movement. I think we're going to see some gold movement. Silver and gold, folks, we're going to see what we've been waiting for a long time. And we've been waiting for it way too long. You know, and I think our time is coming. It really is. The worse economics get for the common folks, the better it is for us. Why? Because those folks get out of the markets that are destroying them, whether it be a cash market, whether it be a stock market, and they look for other things to put their money into. The first thing they run to is precious metals. It's always what has happened. The first thing they run to is precious metals. And obviously, the more demand for something, anything, a stinking mouse, the more demand for something, the more it drives the price up. So I think I think good times are ahead for us, silver and gold stackers. I really do. And just hold in there. I mean, I don't think there's anybody in here that's on the edge of retiring and needs that money now. And I always say, don't worry about the price right now until you really need the money. You know, then you worry about it. You're ready to retire. You're ready to cash in everything and just live a happy life in solitude. And you want to sell everything you got in order to afford that lifestyle. That's when you worry about it. But while we're working right now and while we're in the acquisition phase, don't really worry too much about it. It's going to go there, though. And I think that time's coming quicker than we realize. JF sitting on a gold mine with 45-pound American Silver Eagle. Yeah, I wish it was. North Carolina farmer, thank you for the video. No, thank you for being here. Tudor Toma, hello from Holland. Awesome, man. Freaking awesome. I love hearing that when somebody says, hey, Holland here, or from Austria here, or from Australia here. I love that. Freaking love it. Beat Detective, I will trust that it goes to $100 is what I think. Well, there's people who say $100 silver is nowhere where it's going. That's what they're saying. And it's not just one person. Lawrence L., two-part question. Here is one. Where to buy crypto? Saito? Crypto. Second, what would you buy besides Bitcoin? Thanks. Well, first, before you buy anything, look into the projects that it is being used for. But also, don't FOMO. Don't chase a rising cost. You see it going up and everybody needs to get in. Oh my God, it's running up. It's running up. Calm down. Calm down. And that goes for silver and gold. Always wait for the pullbacks. Obviously, if you can afford to get into something while it's going up, that's okay. But don't FOMO. Don't freaking freak out. Oh my God, it's on the way up. Calm down, and hopefully there'll be a pullback. Any pullback is better than nothing. That's when you buy. So, in answering your question, if you, and this is not advice, but for me, it would be, let's say, some Litecoin, all right, some XRP, some Ethereum, and THETA and Digibyte. Now, for me, my two favorites, because it's what I can afford and what I've heard about it, are THETA and Digibyte and XRP. That's 3 favorites now. So there you have it. Well, I hope they do the beat detective. I hope Reddit users do what they do with silver, and show people the corruption behind it. I'm just looking. When I go quiet, I'm looking at the comments. Silver is on his way undervalued. Yeah, I understand that, and that's why I have such confidence in it. I really do. So cosmic logic, there's so many bills going now about everything from freaking legalizing abortion, taking our tax dollars, sending it overseas so they can have abortions. Our tax dollars. Just signed today. Don't those other countries collect taxes? Let them pay for their own abortions. I don't even want to pay for our abortions. Now we got to send our money overseas. You know what that is? That's money laundering. That's really what it is. They're sending money overseas, your tax dollars, my tax dollars, and then complaining that there's not enough to fix our streets, to house our homeless. So we don't have enough money to house the homeless, and all these excuses why things are not getting done with your tax dollars. But then they take this money and they send it overseas. Your tax dollars. And it's nothing but a money laundering scheme. What they're doing is they're sending so much money over there. Hey, Spain, hey, France, or hey, whoever, we're going to send you 10 million, 7 million. You do what you need to do that aligns with our agenda. And the remaining 3 million, you need to deposit that back into the Democrat Party. It's called money laundering, folks. Foreign aid is nothing but a money laundering scheme. I would say 90% of foreign aid is nothing but a money laundering scheme. They send your tax dollars. Hey, folks, we're going to help this country out. Hey, country, you need to donate some of that money back for us sending money to help you guys out. Make that check available. Sent, pay to the Democrat Party. That's what's going on. Money laundering and paying off individuals who have helped with their agenda of years past and current. There's a lot of foreign countries that helped steal this country's election. They will be getting paid back, trust me. And it'll be under the disguise of foreign aid. Trust me. I am not kidding. Lawrence, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So I cringe every time I hear the word foreign aid, because I know those countries are collecting taxes and they don't need our money to do abortions. Just think about that. So yeah, there's a lot of shit going on, a lot of bills that are being passed. This imbecile that's in the White House right now, he's dead. He's a zombie. He's a walker. What do they call it? The Walking Dead. He's a walker. He's just sitting there. He don't even know what he's doing. I'm doing this. I'm doing this with a pen, but you can't see me. He's just sign it. Everybody. And you remember the old MASH sitcom, the comedy, O'Reilly? He would have a stack of papers. And he would tell the colonel to sign, and he would just flip them. He wouldn't even let the colonel see what he was signing. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. And I think the people in order for the remaining people to wake up, they need to experience some bad times. Let's put it this way. They need to see really what the hell's going on. And that's just my opinion. I love that mute button. Jeremy Wagner, every give this guy a thumbs up. My favorite silver guy, love the way he answers our questions. I try to answer everybody's question. Thank you so much for the compliment. I really appreciate it. You don't realize this, but I'm a good actor. And what I mean by that is I always felt and currently still feel very uncomfortable in front of a camera. And I don't know why. I don't, but people ask me, why do I do it? Because I have so much to say. I have so much to say. And sometimes I feel like I'm alone. And when you're pissed at society and when you're pissed at geopolitical events and when you're feeling so confident in gold and silver and cryptos, you want to tell people. And they're not going to believe you if you're hiding your face. In my opinion, you got to look them in the eyes when you want to convey truth. So I kind of dabble with how am I trying to say? It's very discomforting to stepping out of my comfort zone is what I'm trying to say. It's very hard for me to do that, but I always felt very uncomfortable in even social situations and even in public. I don't really like to talk much, but when you want to convey truth to somebody, you need to look them in the eyes and not hide. And that's why I do what I do. JF, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Christopher Engel, FYI, Biden could not be flown to DC because Trump had Air Force One taking him to Florida. I heard the same info, but read that that's why Biden could not be normally flown like past presidents. I want you to think about this question then. How did other past presidents handle this? Other past presidents leaving the White House had to be flown back home. Yet the incoming president always had Air Force One. So I respectfully disagree with that answer. No. In this situation, all right, he had Air Force One. But why did he still have Air Force One? Why wasn't the priority on the new president? Shouldn't a new president have priority and have Air Force One? Think about that. How is Obama flown home? Or was he in the same city? How is past presidents flown home? And yet all the incoming presidents had the luxury, the safety of Air Force One. This election is different. There's something different that we're not being told, folks. I don't know what it is, and I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt. But there is something different here. And I think we're soon going to find out. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll own up to it, and I'll eat my words. But everybody in the past leaving the White House was flown. Why? What they were flown in, I have no clue. It could have been Air Force Two. It could have been Air Force Two, and then the incoming president gets one. I don't know. But why wasn't those protocols followed from previous presidents of the past? This is the first president. You need to understand this. The first president that was not given Air Force One to fly in. He was told he needed to hire his own private jet. Okay, let's hypothetically say you're right, Christopher. You would think they would throw him in a government military C-130 or something and fly his ass there with a entourage of F-16s. Something doesn't seem right. That's all I'm saying. Yes, capital currency. I am so glad you said that. I heard he was signing something the other day. I heard this as well. I heard he was signing something the other day, Biden. He was signing an executive order, folks. Anybody? I'm getting a little tired and hungry. Anybody have a little girl I can smell? What is this? What is this? Just sign it. They were telling him to sign it. So I'm going to read his comment out of respect. I heard he was signing something the other day. It was an executive order. And he asked someone, there was a whole crowd behind him, what am I signing? And some guys said, and this is a true fact, oh, just sign it. In those exact words, oh, just sign it. And they all laughed as they said it. Oh, just sign it. I don't know if you can see the screen, but read his comment. It's a true, let me see. I don't know if you can see this comment right here. It's true. Right there in blue. True statement. Beat Detective, thank you so much. Capital Currency. Enigma, you think there's going to be another pullback for silver? The market always does the dips. The roller coaster is what I call it. And on a dip, it can be significant, which we would all consider a pullback, or it can be just a minute correction in the market. I don't think there's going to be anything significant, a genuine pullback that we can take advantage of anytime in the very near future. And what I mean by some of the new silver stackers out there, a lot of us people who've been stacking silver and gold for a while, we wait for a significant pullback to where we can get in, buy our stuff cheap, and wait for it to rise again. Very much like we do with cryptos as well. So to answer your question, Enigma, I don't expect a significant pullback. It could go back down to the mid 25s again, and that could be all we get. And that might be the time that we buy into some more silver. So it's a manipulated market, and you just got to do the best you can to average out your cost average. Edgewater, thank you so much. Ammo and firearms are worth more than precious metals now. I'll tell you what, it's hard to find them. And thankfully, I've been telling you folks to buy them for years. Have I not? Look back at some of my old videos 3 years ago, 4 years ago. If you listen to me, you have a gold mine just in bullets. I don't worry about it anymore. I don't worry about the taxing of ammo anymore because I don't need any ammo right now. I don't need it. Don't care. Registration of ammo. I don't care. I got everything I need. I don't give a damn anymore. I will admit something. I don't go out and practice as much as I should because I don't want to run through my ammo. But still, I can take out my my other rifle. You've all seen it before. And I can probably shoot groups like that at 200 yards. All right, maybe about that big at 200 yards. So I'm not really worried too much about their legislation of taxing ammo and registering ammo. Not worried about it. Thank you, Lone Wolf. I can't even talk right now. I need some water. Thank you, Lone Wolf. Good night, buddy. I hope the rest of everyone has a great night. Thank you so much. Nathan Swoofs, Marine One. So I know Marine One takes them from, is it the White House? Takes them from their residence, which is the White House, right? And takes them to the neighboring Air Force Base, right? What is that? Holloman? Or what's the name of the what's the name of the Air Force Base? So I know that's what Marine One is used for. It's that short distance to that Air Force Base that's right there, where they normally get on the jet to be taken home. So I don't know. It's up in the air for me. I don't think Marine One, they would fly Marine One across the United States or even from Washington down to Florida. I just don't believe they would do that. It's a slower mode of transportation. That means you're a target longer in the skies. You're slower and you're visible much longer in the skies. I don't think they would do Marine One. They'd get you on something a little bit more speedier, something that can have more altitude. Obviously, the more altitude you have, the less a bad person has a choice of what tool he's going to use to shoot you down. I mean, if you're only, think about it, if you're 50 feet off the ground, you have a whole array of shit to shoot down that plane. But as your altitude goes up, you have less of a choice of I'm trying to think of, what I'm trying to say. So I think they would never utilize Marine One for long range transportation, in my opinion. When I do this, it means I don't know for certain. It's my little Boy Scout thing. Well, beat detective. They stole the election. That's why the National Guard is in D.C. So I might as well tell you, a lot of people believe actually the country's being run by the military right now. Don't believe a word I say. I'm just telling you what a lot of places, a lot of YouTube channels are saying right now. And that they don't want to disturb the American people and freak them out. So they're giving you the illusion that the transfer of presidency was transferred smoothly. So what they're trying to do is, from what I hear, is wait for some arrest and whatnot. And I don't know. That's conspiracy theory. I got to admit that. But that's what a lot of sites are saying, and that is the real reason why this the military is there. Again, I admit it's conspiracy theory. Who else is here? All right, so I think my wife is lonely, JF. Anyway, I'm going to go. I really, Lab 464, thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to say hello to you. And I'm out. I'm going to go sit down and chillax in front of the idiot box.